Interesting, the process of discovering values has been quite different to what I expected. And I've needed actually some help. Having somebody on the outside looking in to help me uncover them, listening to the things I talk about and understanding, getting to know me has really helped, because I think in a way I was too close to myself. So service is something that keeps coming up for me, and it's something that was part of my drive to become a lawyer in the first place, was putting my abilities and skills and my intellectual power and my gift of the gab to the benefit of others. And that was very much what my focus was in becoming a lawyer, and has never left me. I've always been very driven by the idea of serving and being of service to a client, but also being of service to higher purposes. So the kind of work that I've always liked doing is work that I felt mattered. So going into projects and infrastructure, I would always be thinking about what the purpose was of the work. So we're building telecommunications, towers or underground infrastructure so that people are connected, so that you have better internet for people in rural and regional areas, so that you have mobile phone towers for Indigenous communities, so that you drive technology and technological advancement in the CBD and the city areas, because you're always increasing the amount of internet that's available to people. So in what some would say is a fairly commercial project, I would always be looking for what the benefit was. And the same would go, with trains. I did a train project which was all about reducing the cost of transporting primary products, so that farmers can sell their products for less on the open market and back to Australians. If you reduce transport costs, that reduces the cost of living for everybody. And that being of service to these greater purposes is something that's always given me such pleasure and always driven me. So yeah, that's really helped me to realise how much some of these values underpin my choices and what makes me feel that I'm being useful. There's serving yourself and what brings you meaning and what brings you joy, and there's serving your family, and there's serving your community, and there's, in some cases, serving your country. And I know for me, thinking about the role of the legal profession, which is not something that is particularly esteemed. It's not something that people tend to, speak very positively about lawyers. But despite that, I feel very strongly about the role of lawyers in sort of the fabric of society, and the way that we, the role of the judiciary, the role of the parliament, the role of law, the role of laws and the rule of law, and where lawyers fit in that infrastructure, and being, contributing just a little bit of my abilities and skills to serve that broader purpose and that broader role is what brings me fulfillment. It's what makes me feel that I'm living a life that's worth living, and that's worth, I'm leaving something. And one of the things I think a little bit about, and I've sort of come to help to understand, is the idea of legacy. And that, people would sort of say, do you want to leave a legacy? It's like, well, I don't want to leave a legacy that people will know. I don't need anybody to know what I've done, but I do want to have left making a difference. I do, when I'm gone, I want it to matter. I want to have done something and left something behind that will mean that something is a little bit better than it was before I got here. And if not a single person knows that it was me who did it, that's absolutely fine. But that will mean that my life has meant something.